Dear viewer, if you've ever felt the weight of a dream slipping away, this story is for you. It's not just about a struggling entrepreneur, it's about the spark of hope that can turn failure into triumph. Picture a mentor's note, urging you to keep going, because the tools to succeed are closer than you think. Follow Raj's journey, and let it inspire you to rethink your own challenges. Want to know the book that changed everything for him? It's waiting in the description and pinned in the top comment, don't miss it. Raj Patel was at the end of his rope. At 34, he'd poured everything into Greenleaf Organics, a small health food startup in Seattle. His vision was simple: deliver fresh, organic snacks to local offices and cafes, cutting through the processed junk flooding the market. 2 years in, though, the dream was crumbling. Sales were flat, costs were soaring, and his two biggest clients, local coffee chains, had started buying from a cheaper competitor. Raj's team of 5 was fraying, their morale as low as the bank account. I thought I was building something meaningful, he told his sister, Mira, over a late-night call, his voice cracking. But I'm losing everything. Raj wasn't a stranger to hard work. He'd grown up helping his parents run a corner store, learning to hustle early. But Greenleaf was different. He'd sunk his savings into it, taken out loans, and promised his team a future. Now, he was micromanaging every detail, checking inventory, cold calling clients, even delivering orders himself. Yet, nothing worked. Competitors kept undercutting his prices, and new health food brands seemed to pop up daily. His team, once excited, now bickered over late payments and unclear goals. Raj felt like a fraud, haunted by the thought of letting everyone down. One rainy afternoon, Raj ducked into a bookstore to escape both the weather and his spiraling thoughts. Browsing aimlessly, he overheard a conversation between 2 business students. One mentioned Porter's 5 forces as a way to see the battlefield of any business. Curious, Raj asked what they meant. The student, a friendly guy named Sam, explained it was a framework to analyze competition and make smarter decisions. It's like a map for surviving in a crowded market, Sam said, handing Raj a book. This broke it down for me. Start here. Curious about the book? It's linked in the description and pinned in the comments. Raj devoured the book that night, highlighter in hand. Porter's 5 forces sounded like a lifeline, a way to understand why Greenleaf was struggling. The framework broke down competition into 5 parts: industry rivalry, threat of new entrants, bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of buyers, and threat of substitutes. Raj saw his business in a new light. He wasn't just fighting bad luck, he was stuck in a brutal market he hadn't fully understood. He started small, analyzing each force. First, industry rivalry. Greenleaf was one of many health food brands in Seattle, competing on price and quality. Big players with deeper pockets were slashing prices, and Raj's margins couldn't keep up. Second, threat of new entrants. New brands were flooding the market, thanks to low startup costs for packaged foods. Third, bargaining power of suppliers. Raj relied on a few organic farms, which charged premium rates with little room for negotiation. Fourth, bargaining power of buyers. His clients, like the coffee chains, had options and pushed for lower prices, squeezing Greenleaf's profits. Finally, threat of substitutes. Customers could easily switch to non-organic snacks or meal kits, which were cheaper and trendier. The clarity was both sobering and energizing. Raj realized he'd been reacting to problems without a strategy. He called a team meeting, sharing his findings. We're not just selling snacks. We're in a fight for survival, he said. His team, skeptical but loyal, agreed to try a new approach. Raj used the 5 forces to guide decisions. To tackle industry rivalry, he shifted Greenleaf's focus to a niche: customizable snack boxes for offices, emphasizing local, sustainable ingredients to stand out. For new entrants, he built stronger brand loyalty through storytelling on social media, sharing the farms and team's stories. To address supplier power, he negotiated longer-term contracts with one key farm for better rates. For buyer power, he offered subscription plans to lock in clients, reducing their urge to shop around. Finally, to counter substitutes, he added unique, plant-based recipes that meal kits couldn't match. The pivot wasn't instant magic. One client balked at the subscription model, and a supplier deal fell through, leaving Raj sleepless. But small wins piled up. The customizable boxes caught on, with 3 offices signing up after a free trial. Social media buzz grew, and a local blog featured Greenleaf's farm-to-desk ethos. The team rallied, energized by clearer goals. Aisha, the operations lead, suggested a loyalty discount that brought back a lost client. By month 4, sales were up 20%, and 2 new cafes signed contracts. Raj wasn't out of the woods, but he felt in control for the first time in years. One evening, as he packed orders with his team, Raj caught himself smiling. Greenleaf wasn't just surviving, it was growing, rooted in a strategy that made sense. The book Sam gave him sat on his desk, its pages worn from use. It's not about being the biggest, Raj told Mira later. It's about understanding the game you're playing. Raj's journey isn't just about saving a business, it's about rediscovering resilience and purpose. He went from sleepless nights and self-doubt to leading with clarity and confidence. His story reminds us that failure isn't the end, it's a signal to rethink and rebuild. For entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, or business students, Raj's pivot shows that the right framework can turn chaos into opportunity. You don't need to have all the answers, just the courage to ask the right questions. Developed by Harvard professor Michael Porter in 1979, Porter's 5 Forces is a strategic framework that analyzes the competitive dynamics of an industry to inform business strategy. It helps entrepreneurs like Raj diagnose challenges and find sustainable advantages. Understanding Porter's 5 Forces. Let's try to understand the 5 forces, with examples tied to the story. Competitive rivalry. What it is: the intensity of competition among existing players in an industry. High rivalry, that is, many competitors, similar products, erodes profits through price wars or marketing battles. In the story, Raj faced fierce rivalry from larger health food brands offering lower prices. He countered by niching down to customizable, sustainable snack boxes, differentiating Greenleaf. Relevance. Understanding rivalry helps businesses carve out a unique position rather than competing on price alone. Threat of new entrants. What it is: the ease with which new competitors can enter the market. Low barriers. Example: low startup costs, increased competition. In the story, new health food brands kept emerging, threatening Greenleaf's market share. Raj built brand loyalty through storytelling to make entry harder for others. Relevance. Strengthening brand identity or customer relationships can deter new entrants. Bargaining power of suppliers. What it is: the ability of suppliers to influence prices or terms. Few suppliers or unique inputs increase their power. In the story, Raj's organic farms charged high rates, squeezing margins. He negotiated longer contracts to stabilize costs. Relevance. Diversifying suppliers or building partnerships reduces dependency and costs. Bargaining power of buyers. What it is: the influence customers have to demand lower prices or better terms, especially when they have many options. In the story, coffee chains pushed for cheaper prices, leveraging their options. Raj's subscription model locked in clients, reducing their power. Relevance. Creating unique value or loyalty programs can limit buyer leverage. Threat of substitutes. What it is: the risk of customers switching to alternative products or services that meet the same need. In the story, non-organic snacks and meal kits were cheaper alternatives. Raj's unique plant-based recipes made Greenleaf harder to replace. Relevance. Innovation or differentiation keeps customers from switching. Porter's 5 Forces provides a clear lens to map an industry's competitive landscape. For entrepreneurs, it's like a diagnostic tool, revealing where pressures lie and where opportunities hide. By analyzing these forces, businesses can make informed decisions. Whether it's targeting a niche, strengthening supplier relationships, or building customer loyalty. Raj's success shows how this framework turns vague struggles into actionable strategies, especially in crowded markets. Raj's story proves that even on the brink of failure, a single shift in perspective can change everything. Whether you're a solopreneur fighting to stand out, an entrepreneur scaling a dream, or a student learning the ropes, Porter's 5 Forces can give you clarity to compete and win. Ready to dive deeper? The book that transformed Raj's business is waiting. Check the link in the description or the pinned comment. Watch the full story, apply these insights, and share your own journey below. Your breakthrough starts now. If you enjoyed this case study, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it, and hit the subscribe button to stay tuned for more insightful case studies. Thanks for your support.